Good afternoon, everyone. Today's story is called Crinoids. Did you know that there is a group of sea creatures that look like plants, but they act like animals? They belong to the class of sea life known as Crinoidea, and that's pronounced Crinoidea, spelled Crinoidea. Biologists consider the crinoids to be animals, but each of these animals has a stem and what looks like flowers with feathery petals at the tip. Crinoids are far more common as fossils than they are as living creatures. Fossil records indicate that many more kinds of crinoids lived before the flood. However, those crinoids that do survive today represent some of the most beautiful creatures of the sea. The crinoid spends the daylight hours hidden in the crevices of rocks and coral reefs. At night, it crawls and swims to a high perch, where it waves its 200 or so feathery arms or tendrils in all directions, reaching for tiny microscopic plants and animals to eat. Because of their flower-like appearance, people call some of them sea lilies. With their brilliantly colored feathery tentacles, sea lilies form a fantastic underwater garden. They come in all colors and they provide ideal homes for some of the ocean's colorful creatures. Bright yellow clingfish, only an inch long, live among the tendrils of the bright yellow sea lilies. Black and white striped clingfish dwell among the tendrils of the black and white sea lilies. The orange clingfish make their home among the tendrils of the orange sea lilies. Tiny shrimp and crab also hide in crinoids' tendrils. Many little crustaceans depend completely upon the sea lilies for their food and safety. Another group of crinoids, the feather stars, are many-rayed circular structures. They form a permanent, never-ending underwater fireworks display, like starbursts suspended in time. We often think of the camouflage colors as mottled browns and greens, but protective coloration comes in many hues. The colors fit the situation. A number of small sea creatures are thankful for the protective arms of the crinoids. As you look at what we have been filming here today, you see many colors that God has put in his creatures. Imagine looking at a plant you think is a plant, but it's actually an animal. It just shows the diversity of the God we serve. And our verse today comes from Genesis 1, verse 21. So God created great sea creatures and every living thing that moves, with which the waters abounded, according to their kind, and every winged bird according to its kind. As you watch this video today, kids, think about what you see. See the diversity that God has given all of his creatures, great and small. Camouflage comes in many different types, many different shapes, and many different colors. And that's the one thing. You may be able to camouflage yourself from some of the folks in this world and they not see what you're doing, but you can't camouflage yourself from God because he's the one that gives you the colors that you are. So make the most of your day. Y'all have a blessed one.